So, last we left our adventurers, they had just completed the gem mine. Adrian had been possessed, and through that possession, it was revealed that Adrian was a changeling. And then, because Ferrando felt guilty about attacking Adrian because they were a changeling, he revealed the fact that he was. Um, he revealed that he was the heir of Neverwinter, essentially. Yeah, but like big bomb drop, secrets came out, and yeah. So after leaving the gem mine, they went to the town to collect their reward. They got a few geodes from the gem mine, and with those geodes, they decided that they wanted to go over to the over to the Dwarven Valley to get these geodes appraised. As people in Tourmaline were not capable of appraising those gemstones. Oh, sorry, I meant to say doppelganger, not changing. My bad. So from there, they decided to leave Tourmaline, and they made their way to the Dwarven Valley. At the Dwarven Valley, they were then escorted to the leader of the Dwarven Valley, whose name escapes me currently because I made it up on the fly. um, so does anybody remember his name? Did anybody write it down in their notes? I think I think it was like Boris. I think that's what I named him, was Boris. I think it was Boris, and then I wanted to retcon it to Boromir later in my head, but I think I'm sticking with Boris. So, you guys were led to the leader, Boris, and he then asked you what your purpose was. You guys explained to him that you guys were going to Kelvin's cairn to retrieve Garrett's body. At which point, he said that they found the body earlier in the day, and they had found that that he had been dead for about half of a 10 day. They left the body there just because they don't have the means to retrieve it currently. They don't have they don't have a reason to go and retrieve the body when they were there looking for supplies. But they did say where the body was. They said that if you follow the trail that leads up to the peak of Kelvin's Cairn, you will find the body on that trail. Um, they weren't able to find the rest of the party that he was traveling with, so there is still a possibility that some of them may be alive. And then he told you guys that you guys could stay for a maximum of 3 days, as that's all that they could accommodate you for. And then you guys went your separate ways, and that I believe that's where we ended the session. They would have given you guys one of the carvings that was currently like out. So it's essentially like a small house that's carved of stone.
Alright, so we would all just slept in the cave.
Pretty much. Sure. Yeah, you can assist. That's fine. You don't sense anybody watching you currently, but the cave that you are in is quite echoey. They don't see anybody like actively attempting to listen to you.
I'm sure the dwarves can provide us with some sort of sled. If not, we can buy it.
So you're going to are you just looking for one that's there, or are you asking around to see if anybody has one? There is no active trading that happens within the valley. This is probably the most inhospitable place you can stay within the 10 towns. Yes. The iron is on a sled.
Probably not. Well, maybe. I'll I'll do some asking around and see if there's someone here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a charisma check. Make a persuasion, actually.
I don't think I'm proficient in persuasion. Yeah, I'm not. So that
Okay, so it would still be the 13. So you spend about an hour asking around, seeing if anybody is willing to sell their sled. The general consensus seems to be as though they can't spare the supplies, but you can find a sled as well as dogs in Caer Koenig.
I guess I'll go back and relay that.
Yeah, that worked out.
That's that would take way longer. What are you talking about? You go to Carrick, buy a sled, go up to the Kelvin's care, grab his body, come back down through the Dwarven Valley, grab the grab the iron on the way to Brinchander, drop off the iron at Brinchander, and then go to Targos. I'm sure we have enough. Sleds aren't that expensive. We don't need dogs. There's not on the way up. There's not going to be any on this sled, and on the way down, dog can pull the sled on his own because he's just going to be pulling the one person. And dog sleds with multiple dogs are meant to go at a high speed. Dog can surely keep up with us, only pulling him by himself at the rate that we travel.
Right, and any of those that still had lingering frost exhaustion, go ahead and remove that from your sheets, because you guys did take a long rest last night.
While I was out and about talking to people before we leave, was there anyone who had the capabilities? Actually, well, no. Would Kara Kodak have the capabilities to open our geodes?
You aren't sure, but if it has a blacksmith, most likely. Where are my dice? Because I kind of need those. There they are. So D10, not what I need. Yeah, let me clean off my desk really quick. I need to find my dice. You're also looking at Caer Dineval, not Caer Koenig. Okay. There it is. What path were you talking about taking? I can give you a direct answer.
But this place shorter. This one will be, and then but I feel, but walking on the road is also a hell of a lot quicker.
Let me pull. I actually have a travel map for this. One second. Let me pull it up. So on a road on foot with snowshoes, you can go 2 miles per hour. Going from where you are to here with snowshoes, that's half a mile per hour, and that's 4 miles. So this would take you a day to get to here, and this would take you uh, like a day and a quarter. Yeah, that way so you guys can rest and then go from there to Karakonig. It is, yes.
Yeah, but
Because you'd be walking along the walls, which would be the same as walking along a road, because it's
what's
covered.
the point of going to Calvin's Cairn when we don't have the shop when we don't have the sled?
But keep in mind that's also all through wilderness, aside from the one to get to. So like from here to there, that's going to take you 3.5 hours to get from the beginning of the Norman Valley to Kelvin's Cairn. So that will be 3.5 hours, and then to go from Kelvin's Cairn to here would be a day and a quarter.
Oh, so we should be able to just go. Yeah, like what?
Correct. Correct. Because you guys are walking along the walls and there's an overcover.
Well, it's 2 hours
You
to
guys
get
should all
to
already have
Calvin's,
bedrolls.
or 3 hours. I mean,
The cost of a bedroll is 1 gold piece.
I guess we're going to shipping here, whatever.
Didn't you take the you didn't take the explorer's pack? You took the scholar's pack, didn't you? Or no, which pack did you take? Thieves pack? Yeah, that doesn't come with a bedroll. If you have the explorer's pack, if you have the explorer's pack or the dungeoneer's pack, both of those come with one. Got it. They were on their way from the Dwarven Valley. They were going from the Dwarven Valley to Brenchana to trade the iron. That's what they told you.
Croissant.
So are you guys beginning the travel?
Yeah, we're traveling through the Dwarven Valley up to Kelvin's Cairn.
Alrighty. Let me go to the Kelvin's Cairn page. I still actually hate that they threw them in the Forgotten Realms. I still fucking hate that island. Yeah, and they just removed the previous lore. It actually makes me so upset. It's like, fuck the lore, let's just throw them here, that way so people complain.
They're not from Faerun.
The island. It's some island off the Sword Coast that they just threw in there because they can throw anything in the water that they want to. Yeah, no, instead it's, here's an island, they're from a country, and they know how to infuse magic into items, but nobody else has discovered this in the past 1500 years. It's like, yeah, cool, dude.
Everyone's has different world sphere. Wait, isn't it a floating island? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a floating island.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do Warcaster and just throw 2 spears. Got it. That's actually really smart, Denny. That's big brain.
No.
Oh, fuck no.
Two-handed weapons are never gonna miss.
Also, you have to meet requirements before you can multi-class into a class. There's minimum requirements to multi-class.
Do you meet the requirements for sorcerer? Are you talking about for Storm King's Thunder campaign?
Yeah. I believe for sorcerer, the minimum requirement is a charisma of 12, or is it 13?
Requirements. Multi-class.
13? Okay.
Yeah, you need 13 charisma. And then there's a couple classes you need 13 and 2 scores, but for fighter you need 13 in strength and dex. Monk you need 13 in dex and whiz. Paladin you need strength and charisma, and ranger you need dex and wisdom.
And warlock is just charisma as well, correct?
What? Yeah, warlock is just charisma. Wizard is just intelligence.
Yep. Mm.
Rogue is dexterity. Druid is wisdom. Cleric is wisdom. Bard is charisma, and barbarian is strength.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. He muted himself. I think you jolted him. Because I talk to him about that all the time. It's a sensitive subject. Yeah. Well, yeah, because rapiers are just fucking broken, so. That's okay, I'll be rooting you. I'll be like fucking eating rocks at your monsters. That's like magic stone. What'd you say? No. I'm a sorcerer. I'm a sorcerer warlock. Yeah, I have an AC of 12. Why do you think yesterday she was like, I'm not that great at fighting. I'm good at supporting you. That's one of the reasons why I panicked when I roleplayed her, because I didn't build her to do damage or to be, like, safe. So, I was roleplaying timidly, but I was also being honest because that's what made me roleplay timid. Like, I wasn't expecting it that way. But yeah, she's gonna be entirely different the next session because I'm actually so upset with the way that I roleplayed her. She's supposed to ooze confidence, and she did not ooze confidence. Oh, it's gonna fucking happen, of course, yeah. Yeah, and then he couldn't play for like 3 hours of the fucking campaign because of it. Correct. As long as they don't take up a time span of more than 6 seconds. Yes. Yes. All right, now that you are back, we can continue. Right, so as you guys pass through the Dwarven Valley, you guys see less and less dwarves as you progress yourselves through the valley. You do see footprints for dwarves, but other than that, there's diminishing activity the farther into the valley you go. You guys do still see footprints and that sort of thing, but other than that, it seems like the dwarves are completely vacant from this area of the valley. Whether that be due to them not having the supplies to be able to support everybody, or the losses that they may have suffered due to the harsh winter, you're unsure. But you guys are able to make it through the Dwarven Valley without any issue. You guys do hear the sounds of mining from some of the tunnels, as well as the sounds of maybe a few creatures as well that the dwarves may be dispatching. But once you guys get to the end of the valley, you guys see Boy perk up, and he seems to begin sniffing around and then going in a direction. He turns behind you and barks and then continues. All right, so after about an hour, Boy is able to lead you around the mountain to the beginning of the path, and at the base, you see two tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs. Um, so it looks as though they are still attached to the sled. You see, as you get closer, you see a few boxes that had toppled off over the sled, and they're broken, and whatever was inside of them seems to be missing. And you do see a broken harness. So you get the general idea that Boy broke free from his harness, and what was contained in the broken crates was rations that the dogs had ate over the next 10 days. As you unharness the dogs, you get the feeling that they're hungry, and they begin running in the direction of Karakonik, as though they know where they're going. Boy immediately begins following a trail that seems to lead up the mountain. Right, so as you guys head up the mountain, the howling wind, blowing snow, and slippery ice make the climb treacherous. You guys feel the skin on your face begin to go numb, and this is going to be a frost check. Plus whatever modifiers you have from your clothing. So your cold weather clothing is going to be a +5, and then if you have resistance to cold, when only one of you does, that's going to be an additional +5. It's forward slash r space 1d20 +5. No, in this case, it actually is frostbite. Um, you didn't fail by more than 5, so you aren't getting frostbite, but you are getting a point of exhaustion. Because you did not fail the check by more than 5. So you aren't getting frostbite, but you are getting a point of exhaustion.
That means the check was 10.
No, the frost check was 15.
So then it did fail it by more than. Oh wait, no. Sorry, 12. I was looking at the 7. Duh.
Alright, and as you guys are continuing along the path, ahead you see 4 mountain goats that are perched on a large rock formation around which you have to navigate around. So essentially, like in the middle of this path, there's a rock with 4 mountain goats standing on it.
Does the rock block the entire path?
It's not blocking the entire path. Like you guys can go around it. It just happens to be in the middle of the trail. You would know that they typically aren't aggressive unless they're attacked. Oh, the footing's not slippery. At this point, it's just a normal trail. And there's just sort of like think of it like a roundabout in the sense that there's something in the middle that you just have to navigate around. So as you draw closer to the goats, they begin bleeding loudly. But as you continue going forward, it seems as though they're just bleeding at you and looking at you. They aren't taking any aggressive actions. All right. Let me pull something up really quick. Like just climbing up, you just want to eat one. It's 1d20.
What are you eating?
He's eating one of his spirit treats. Let me pull up the file for it really quick. All right. Eating your spirit treats. You have advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
But yeah, the way that reads, yes. If it, the crit only happens if they're surprised. But if they're not expecting to be attacked and they just get hit by an arrow out of nowhere, then they are surprised. So if we're like, yeah. So if you're hiding and they're not expecting to get hit by an arrow, then it's a crit. If they haven't taken a turn in combat yet. Yes. Like no, no. That's if they haven't taken a turn in combat yet. So if it's he doesn't get a crit every time he attacks when he's hidden. But if he's hidden and he shoots, then they're not expecting to be hit by an arrow, especially like yeah, like if
All right. What is your marching order?
I don't know. I'll be wherever they want to put me.
All right. So Adrian, you're in back.
I have light on my shield, but it's not even dark yet.
It's always dark.
Well, I always have light on my shield, so
Let me make this longer. So let's do 120 for this.
no.
Okay. I'm going to drag you guys over
You
to
took
this
out you
blink
took
map.
out a torch and lighted with a single hand in one action per raw. Yes, you need one free hand. You don't need two. So
Can somebody do me a fate?
shield, and then you drop the rapier.
Can you just draw a shape right here? It's towards the bottom. I have a marker on it. It's bottom left. I'm not able to ping it because it's not letting me ping while I have the thing on. I just needed to cover the one square. Because it's for measurement reasons. Cool. Yep, like that. Thank you. It's 300 feet wide.
We're not streaming actually.
Oh, my map broke. That's fun. Yeah, I noticed. Alrighty, so. Alright, Denny, I need you to put your token right there. Or right here, my bad. Yes, thank you. And you said that you were in back? Cool. And then what was the other marching order? What was the rest of it?
I'm wherever.
I'm going to assume Jillian would be in front because she has light on her shield.
Oh wait. I'm muted, sorry, but yeah, that works for me.
Why is your token so fucking small?
Cornelius is that small, I'm gonna step on him like an idiot. What? No. There's nothing in the Constitution about me bullying someone about being small. Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta be a constitutionalist. Everybody knows this. Dude, I fucking wish.
I actually wish.
Alright, anyways, oh my god. So, hundreds of feet up the mountain, you come to a glistening white expanse of packed snow. As you get about halfway across it, you hear a loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake. It's an avalanche. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I don't know how to escape these.
What's that? Sure. What about it? Um, make a survival check. This is like you didn't notice anything out of the ordinary about this avalanche. It just seems to be like naturally occurring, due to the buildup of snow on the mountain. All right, so Ferrando, you are first in this initiative from above you. It's on the map.
What's this?
Adrian, you would know. Run.
No, but what's this?
I assume your character would be shouting that when you hear a crack at the top of the mountain.
You can only speak.
In this case, it is not in combat, so we're just following initiative order. So anybody can speak at any time. We are just following the initiative count.
What's this? That's the way.
Yeah, that's why I drew it was as the path. So yes, it does. So technically, you would only be able to move to here. Yeah, because it only applies to her moving through, not you moving through hers.
Yeah. I'm small because I can move through your space because I'm small, so I can like go underneath your legs. But you're big. So
Yeah, so you would be able to get to here with your dash. All right, Fendon.
yeah, so you can only go 50 feet. So there.
All right, and Cornelius, on your turn, you hear as the avalanche begins to rush down the mountain. Can somebody put a marker for me? Right here. So 300 feet. So that'll be at the bottom. If I can grab onto the fucking resize arrow, because it is so goddamn tiny, because this map is so big. There we go. Now it's Cornelius's turn. Yeah, like it's drawn how large it is. I drew it that way intentionally. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You aren't gonna main action dash as well.
No, you can dash twice. If you have bonus action dash, you can bonus action dash and main action dash. Why couldn't you?
I'm pretty sure you can do both on the same turn.
Well, rogues just have bonus action. They can dash as a bonus action because of cunning action.
Yes, if you can dash as a bonus action, you can move dash and then dash again, moving thrice your speed in a round. There is no stipulation on dash that you can't use that as an action, even if you have the ability to do so. So if you take it as your bonus action, like there is with spellcasting as a bonus action, then you can also do it as your main action. Right, Adrian.
No, it gives you extra movement speed equal to what your movement speed is.
Let me make sure I make this thing the correct width.
You can move diagonals as long as it's not diagonal around a creature.
Uh,
So you could go like this, but you just couldn't go like this because I'm there.
okay, I made this the wrong size. 1 second. No, it's supposed to be less. It's supposed to be thinner. Like you were supposed to. The last person in the order only needs to move 100 feet to get out of it. That's how it's supposed to be. I can't find this marker. Can somebody measure 50 feet for me? Starting here. Here. So 30 feet. Going this way. I'm trying to do it. 1 second. Going this way. Do 50 feet going that way. Cool. And then I'm going to need you to do the same thing on the other side once I resize this. Because this map is so big, it makes it really fucking hard, so. There we go. That is the avalanche.
That's the safety line, just an FYI.
This is supposed to be 1 square wider. Where is the fucking marker? I hate how large I had to make this map. But I wanted to give you guys a visualization so we didn't have to do math. Because fuck math. Okay, that should be 200 feet now. Okay, let me look up a rule on this really quick. Yes, that is exactly what I am looking up because it doesn't state anything on it. So I am looking to see if it's instant death. I'm really fucking hoping it isn't.
You can run dash and then action surge dash again, but you wouldn't need to because you should be able to. You can just run across the finish line now. Don't worry about me. Don't. Don't. Yeah, literally, literally, don't worry about me. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I found out the ruling on it. Okay. So what were you doing, Adrian?
He moved. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Jill.
I'm going to move 25 feet, and then as I yell this out, I'm gonna yell out, "Don't resist this!" and cast gust of wind facing this way. So it's a 6 10.
Can you link it in chat?
I yell it out as loud as I can. Yeah, I cast gust of wind facing forward. It's a 60 foot. No, it's centered on me. But if you can fail saves. Like
Willingly. You can willingly fail saves. Yes, by using his spell to push him 15 feet. Okay.
well, it doesn't. You don't have to roll the save until the beginning of your turn. That's when it happens. But this it's a 60 foot line, so it's out to there, 10 feet wide.
And it will push them 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, 15 feet going 15 feet this direction if they fail the save.
Okay, go ahead
If
and
that's willingly or unwillingly.
yeah. So Adrian already said that they are unwillingly doing it. So go ahead and make your save, Adrian. And what about the other two?
They don't make the save until their turn. It's at the start of their turn when the damage happens.
Got it. In that case, that's really fucking shitty because on initiative count 0, it comes the rest of the way down and pushes you all off the mountain. So you guys see the rush of the snow, and you guys feel the impact as it hits your body, knocking
Until like Fendon's turn.
knocking the wind out of you and pummeling you down 1,000 feet to the bottom of the mountain. The fall damage is circumvented because of the avalanche, but you are now trapped under snow. Everybody except for Cornelius is now trapped under the snow. Nope, you're already there. All right, so
There was no way I was getting out of it regardless.
those of you that are stuck inside of the snow, you're blinded and restrained and have total cover. You can attempt to dig yourself free as an action.
Yeah, I mean, I'll dig myself free.
We're still in initiative count.
Oh.
All right, Ferrando, you are first. You are underneath the snow. You can feel the pressure pushing down on your body, and you have like aches and pains, and it is like frigid, encased in the snow. It's going to be an athletics check. All right, so you're able to push yourself out of the snow, and you manage to dig your way out and push yourself out of the snow. It is just snow all around you, like a cascade of snow. You can hear the cracking as the snow settles and shifts its weight. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like if you hear them or you see a hand, you'll run over and try to help them. All right, Fendon. Yeah, you're able to claw your way out and break the surface of the snow. Correct. All right, Cornelius. You just watch everybody that you knew get swept off this mountain and plummet 1,000 feet down to the base. You hear your echo, but other than that, nothing happens. No. From 1,000 feet up, how high does a skyscraper go? Does a skyscraper even go 1,000 feet up? Can you see somebody from the top of a skyscraper? That's the question. So you would essentially see like a black speck of you would see a black speck at the bottom or two black specks at the bottom of this avalanche.
The Empire State Building not including like the top spire of the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is 1,000 feet up.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you see these two tiny like black specks at the bottom. No, because they emerged before it was your turn. Yeah, you literally just got done running. Like you just finished running, you looked behind you and everybody was gone. What is your passive perception? Well, you actually said that you're actively listening for anybody, so go ahead and make an active perception check for me. You hear what sounds to be like words, but you can't perceive what the words are saying. All right, Adrian, athletics check. Oh, what else were you doing? Like to backtrack on the trail?
Take the same path as the avalanche to get to where we are.
It's a dead drop off cliff, so there is. It's just covered with snow. Like the snow is piled probably 7, 8 feet up. So you'd have to climb on top of the snow and then essentially crawl your way across to get to the other side of the trail. So it'd be half movement speed. 60 normal. If, so with 60 movement, you would be able to move 30 feet because your speed is going to be halved. All right, now Adrian. Yeah, you're able to claw your way out of the snow, and pop your head out. All right, Jill. Yeah, Adrian didn't struggle. He's out, or she's out. All right, Jill. You are also able to claw your way out of the snow and be able to get out of the snow. So you guys are now just at the base of Kelvin's Cairn, right back where you started. It is a 2-hour setback to get back to where you were. It's a wet snow.
What?
You guys aren't making frost checks yet. I'll call for frost checks later, but you guys aren't making them right now. Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you guys the bludgeoning damage. 1 second. You all take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. On a D10, I rolled a 1, so. What'd you say? Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's the plan. Walk away.
Alright, so you guys begin to climb your way up the mountain. As you guys hit 500 feet, I'm going to need you guys to make another frost check. Those of you that were caught in the avalanche, your frost check is going to have a -5. Even with winter clothing. It is circumventing the winter clothing because you got wet.
It would be. No, it's not -10. No, it doesn't.
Yes, your winter clothing is wet, so you are wet, and your winter clothing is not giving you the benefit.
Oh, so it's just a straight D20
Yeah. In which case, you still rolled a natural 20, which means that you passed the check.
which is good for my character because
However, Fendon, Adrian, and Ferrando, you are all getting frostbite. You have moderate frostbite currently. It means that you are now vulnerable to cold damage. Yes, that's it currently. No, hypothermia makes it so you can no longer use your reaction. You have disadvantage on initiative checks. Frostbite makes it so you are vulnerable to cold damage.
vulnerable to cold damage is bad. If we run into winter wolves, because taking double damage from cold is ridiculous.
So yeah, currently y'all have moderate frostbite. Adrian, you do know that if there are signs of frostbite, it does get progressively worse. In the time that it took them, you would have been able to get to like the same thing, so you guys would be meeting up again,
So
and you would see that some of their extremities that are showing are beginning to turn blue in terms of Ferrando, Fendon, and Adrian. Correct. You do also gain a point of exhaustion for frostbite as well. That's part of frostbite.
I anyone who wants to go back, go back. I'm pushing on. No, we didn't. We didn't look at anything.
Alright, so are you guys continuing up the mountain, or are you guys stopping? Alright, so continuing, you reach a steep snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Lying face down in the snow, you see a body of a humanoid in blood-stained cold weather clothing. Oh, wrong map. You guys are supposed to be on this map.
I am land on my shield. Why can't I see?
Let me give it to you in 1 sec. Because it's not on your token by default. Light is 30/30, correct? 30 bright, 30 dim. Yeah, 20/20. Caught it. Can you not see Cornelius? Your token is set up, so that's really fucking weird.
There's my light.
Is this sheet not assigned to you? Is that the problem? 1 second. Yeah, why is this not assigned to you? Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Now you can see it, correct? Got it. You guys would actually be... I'm looking on Steven's screen to determine when you can actually see the body. Here.
I can't see the body.
Like here?
That's like barely outside of my vision range. It's because of where I'm at. Like, no, wait, is this supposed to be 2020? It says it's supposed to give 20 feet of bright light, which is correct, but it's not giving me 20 feet of dim light. It's only giving me 15 feet of dim light. What the fuck?
No, but we can do a 5 minute breather here if you guys want to.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm assuming everybody missed in the recap where I stated that like the rest of the party could still be alive. Was everybody just not listening to the recap, or I know people don't typically listen to recaps. I am just throwing that out there.
Julian doesn't have any qualms about leaving people that she doesn't know, though. And she's not contracted. She's not being paid to save anyone else. She's not being paid to save the one guy, which is dead, but
So Jillian essentially doesn't care about the lives of anybody who's not directly close to her.
no, she doesn't care. She doesn't care about the lives of people that she doesn't know about. She doesn't know whether they're a contributing member of society or not.
So she assumes that they aren't.
And yeah, unless she knows better, yeah. Would you save a random stranger?
Me? Are you asking me if I would? Are you
No.
really? Are you really
No,
going to ask
no.
me that question,
I'm saying
Stephen?
like if you had her character traits, would you? No.
Well, it depends on how I read the character. I would if I was role playing her, but I'm not the one role playing her. She's not my character.
She's my character, and I don't live this way.
Welcome back. It's going all right. Is what an elf? It's a human, but the picture is an elf. Yes. They don't have a picture for Garrett, so he just uses the scout token. So yeah, he just uses the scout token. Yeah, they don't have a token for Garrett. Implying people watch our YouTube videos. Aside from players that are you doing it for recaps? Well, actually, surprisingly, we've gained 2 subscribers in the past 3 weeks, so that was kind of surprising. Yeah, Ian's still gone. Isn't that just people? Isn't that just you guys like going back and watching it though? Ah, got it. So you're just telling them, "Oh yeah, I had this really great character that I loved. Look at this. It's part of D&D. Here you go." I totally. Oh wait, that's right. We're not live, so I don't need to put a title. I was gonna be like, I totally forgot to put a title on this stream, but we are recording, not going live. We are on session 8 of Icewind. It's funny because it was actual enjoyable to you, which was really shocking. You acted like it was.
No, that wasn't the beep.
I don't hear a beep when he pulls it down either.
Yeah, it's like the crackling of the mic.
Welcome back. He was asking about the token, and I said that they don't have a token form, so he just uses a scout stat block. So he uses a scout token. So I was just showing him what the picture actually looked like, because he couldn't like define it. But no, this is very much Garrett. It is not an elven woman. This is a scuffed map because I had to make it. So yeah, it's pretty scuffed. Let me drag you so you can see what it is. It is the cliffside.
We got everyone got the paraglider from Bosporus Hyrule, right? Breath of the Wild. But that's required. Yeah, you literally can't get off the starting area, the Great Plateau, unless you get the paraglider.
You can. Blankrow's done it.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you fall damage cancel, but you think Danny knows how to fall damage cancel? No.
He'd learn so he wouldn't have to do story quests.
Oh, I love Boycrow so much. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just got up to this cliffside, and you guys see um, a man face down in the snow, still, the body being still.
Walk towards the body. And I see that there's a blood trail as I get closer.
Yeah, as you look at the body, one of the hands is outstretched, grasping the snow, and looking at the trail that's been left, it looks as though he was clawing his way, sort of like dragging his body before finally collapsing.
I was just looking. I was just seeing if the blood trail went anywhere, but it does not.
It goes farther up the mountain. No, there is not. Sure, go ahead and make a medicine check. Alright, I'm going to give you advantage on this. Just because you were a guide in the wilderness and you're sort of used to the creatures that are out here and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, you have exhaustion, huh? Yikes. Well, in that case, we are hitting a story block. You can't really tell what exactly happened to the body. He's just sort of frozen. You can see like on the body, there's like marks on his body, but you can't discern where those marks are from, or what creature they might be from. You aren't sure. Yeah, I don't want to hit a story block here, so this is one of the very rare circumstances in which I will allow multiple checks.
It doesn't matter. He has disadvantage. The first number has to be the right number,
Yeah.
unless it's me. And I guess I'll make a medicine check.
Oh, you're both doing it. Okay, yeah. Everybody's rolled at this point, so there's no multiple checks happening from here. So, except for Cornelius.
Got all the bad rolls out of the way.
Yeah, so you guys can't determine what may have done this damage to him. It just looks as though there are pieces of flesh missing.
Oh, all right. Let's grab him and get going. Fendon.
Yes, it's like a fallen tree. Yes, like it was uprooted. Most likely due to like a snowstorm or something like that. It took you guys 2 hours to get to 500 feet, another 2 hours to get back. So currently, you guys are almost at your traveling limit. You guys have been traveling for about 7 hours.
We can. Oh. Okay.
How high up are you guys currently? From sea level, I couldn't tell you, but I could tell you how high up, like the book says you are. That's never going to happen. It's not a tall enough mountain for that, but it's 500 feet there. That's 1,000 feet. You guys are currently about 1,500 feet.
We could travel 2 hours down back to the camp where we saw the tents and camp there. Was what I was thinking. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys are getting a frost check regardless.
yeah, but tents help.
Yes, they do.
Like
The book says 1,500 feet. I have no idea what the elevation of this is in regards to sea level. I just know how high I know how high you are from the base of the mountain up to where you are.
why are you saying that? Are you saying that this tree shouldn't be here?
Stated that it was uprooted. Yes, there is a stump back there. After oh my god, after about 5 minutes of the tree being on fire, you guys hear shuffling behind you. What do you mean? Yeah, and you guys are hearing shuffling from coming from behind you,
Behind us where? Like what direction?
like towards the direction of the body.
Okay. I'll step over here. Do I see anything?
You don't see anything, but you see one of his fingers twitch. That's what you guys were doing earlier. Check it again. You guys fucking suck.
I am a
You have
plus
no
four. I don't
idea.
suck. That's the maximum that I can have.
You have no idea. His finger twitched. You aren't sure why it twitched, but it twitched.
I drag him over. I drag him over to the fire. Whatever. I'm a cleric, but apparently I can't roll above 15 in medicine checks. Watch me roll 5 more times.
Oh no, you got it. Stop rolling! Stop spam rolling, Steven. That is so annoying. Stop it. Okay, the body lays motionless for quite a bit of time. After about 2 hours, you guys can see light breathing coming from the body. Like, you guys can start seeing, like, movements in the chest.
I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds at a second level on him.
So you see color rush back into, this man's face.
Does he still look injured?
He still does look injured, yes.
Cast Cure Wounds again.
Wait, actually, 1 second. He might not be injured. No, he's not injured. He's not injured anymore. You brought him exactly to his max HP. He sort of stumbles and his eyes begin flickering open.
We dragged him closer to the fire. Why is he not closer to the fire?
Because I forgot to move his token. He sort of looks up. Who are you? They should still be alive, higher up the mountain. We were attacked by a yeti. We were brought back to its cave. It's already eaten 2 of us. I can't just leave them. The size of these yetis, I would say yes. They weren't too terribly large. It does not seem as though he is lying. It seems as though he's being honest.
It's possible, but it'd be dangerous.
A camp should be okay here. It didn't follow me down this far the mountain. We need to watch out for crack cats. And as he says that, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Guess what? I have no second level spells. Woo! Yep, I literally can't roll above a 15. With a 25%. I rolled above a 15 with a 25% it's not like a. Well, yeah, but Matt, it's not. It's not like this is a weighted die. Technically, each number should roll. Like each number should roll like roughly the same number of times. So I shouldn't. So if I roll a dice 10 times, I shouldn't get. I should not eight of those numbers unless it's like.
Steven, I know what you were saying, but it is random number generation. No matter how well your chances are, it is still random. Alright, so Fendon, this is a surprise round, but you are going to have your reaction. This crack cat is going to move up to Adrian and pounce. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, or is it no Strength saving throw? My bad. Alright, so that was a 19 to hit. You managed not to go prone. However, you are taking 5 points of slashing damage as it digs its claws into you.
Why the hell are things that we are fighting at level 3 half as strong as the things we fought at level 1 in Storm King's Thunder?
Right, what's up? It is difficult terrain.
It's on fire.
Yeah, it's also on fire.
The whole tree's on fire.
Right, Adrian, you are going to have reactions again. Frando, you have reactions again. Cornelius, you have reactions. This crackhead is going to make a pounce attack against.
Declare it! Yay!
This one is going to make a pounce attack against Garrett. Yes, he's actually prone.
But it doesn't matter because Fendon is standing up. So.
We are about to find out.
She hasn't rolled damage yet.
He is taking 4 points of slashing damage, but he is still alive. Speaking of which, I need to roll initiative for him. Alright, and then Jill, you have reactions again. And then Garrett goes next. Wait, did he not move? He did, just not up as far as he was supposed to. He sort of stands up and looks at this crackhead. I don't have my weapon. I don't have my bow. Does anybody have a sword? Something like that that I can use? Anyone? The scimitar works. The scimitar works. He's sort of. Do you have like? Where do you have your scimitar stowed currently? Like on your hip? Okay. He is going to take the scimitar off of Fendon's hip because he offered his scimitar. And then he is going to make a attack against the crackhead. Sword and scimitars have the exact same stats, don't they? We looked this up. Yeah, cool. So they're both literally the exact same things.
Yep, it's just flavor. It's
Um,
just like how halberds and pikes are the same thing.
so he takes the sword and he drags it across the crag cats for doing 4 points of piercing damage to it. Alright, Fendon, your turn. Take a melee spell attack. Okay. What was the D20 for your spell attack? It should be under your spells. It should be plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So what is your spellcasting ability modifier?
It's a melee spell attack, so it's d20 plus your spell attack.
So 6, but it's still a natural 1, so it misses no matter what. But it should be listed under your attacks. They did not put it under attacks on your sheet.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, go ahead and try doing that, because if you add it from the compendium, it's supposed to create an attack on your list. And that it's listed as an attack, or has attack. Alright, anyways, that misses. So while you're figuring that out, the crackhead is going to take its turn and attack Adrian. It is going to make a bite attack against you, Adrian. It's going to attempt to bite you. That is a 12, so it misses. It attempts to bite you, but you sort of just lift your hand and close its mouth as it attempts to bite you. Alright, Adrian, that makes it your turn. Okay. That hits. 8. Nice. So you take your short sword. Yeah. That misses. Yep. I know what it's from. Wave Mercy Monk is something that I looked at. It would be 3/4 cover because it's on fire, not because of the tree. So it's hard to see the cat, like, through the flame. That shot would be half cover because there's a person. So,
Concealment
in
is
this case, it would be concealment. For this, it
concealment
would be
doesn't
cover.
exist in 5e unless you're invisible. There's yeah, that's different. So what's the word? I
One
forget
second,
how
let
to
me
look
look it
this
up.
up. Obscured. That's what it is. It's not concealment. Obscured. Obscured is like smoky stuff, like with for this on cloud spell.
It gives you advantage against stealth checks.
Yeah.
So you could shoot through the fire if you wanted to shoot through the fire.
Well, no. This isn't the tree isn't obscuring you though. Like we were just saying that obscured exists.
No, it is like 3/4 of the crag cat is obscured because of the fire, but he can shoot through the fire to hit the crag cat. There's nothing preventing him from shooting through the fire to hit it. So that was just a miswording on my part. It would be a disadvantage. That's the way that I would rule it because it would be similar to like attacking a creature that's hard to see, such as a shadow or something like that.
Well, 3/4 cover just gives 5 AC plus 5 AC, right?
Well, it doesn't have 3/4 cover; it's concealed. That is definitely not fucking correct. But this would be half cover.
But no, that is right because that's a crit. So that's how much damage it would do on a crit.
Oh yeah, because you wait, but it shows that he crit on both of them.
The second number is the weapon damage. I think. Hold on. Wait.
Huh? No, because it says 1d20 plus 5 plus 3, 2 proficiency plus 5 magic. Here, I'll set it up on your sheet after. Okay. So that is a wisdom save, correct? And how many points of exhaustion do you have? Because that's also important to determine whether or not you have advantage. Okay. Yep. Okay. Didn't we have you write it down? I thought we had you write down your DC in the maneuver. Two currently. 13. Okay. Right. You successfully goad the cat, and you do hit it. So you like taunt the cat, and then you stab it. And it is looking at you now. Right, Cornelius. If you yeah, yes, because you stated that in the whisper. Do what?
Well, just
What you whispered me?
You can you can attempt to do explain what you want to do, and then the DM essentially says that you can do
It
that.
says that you can or cannot.
Yeah.
No,
That's what
yeah.
you
So
said.
you ask first. You ask the DM, I want to do this. Can I do this?
Yeah.
Correct. From this cat. Okay. Okay. So you're running here, making a bonus action hide, and then you're running to here and making the shot. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't
So
be a
that
surprise
so
attack.
that
Would be it would just apply your sneak attack damage.
and give you advantage on the attack because you're if you're successfully hit. Yeah. Like if you
Surprises only happen at the beginning of combat,
yeah.
or if a creature enters into the combat order late.
Like if we come upon some camp like someone who's at a campfire like we are, and then you just from the darkness you just shoot them while they're just sitting at the campfire. That's a surprise attack.
It's not with advantage because you have disadvantage from your it's a straight roll because you have disadvantage from your exhaustion.
Wait, Cornelius doesn't have exhaustion.
Oh, that's right. You weren't in the avalanche, so yeah. That would be at advantage. That would be the 27. He's rolling to make sure that is correct.
That seems like it's functioning correctly. What's with the -1?
Here, let me just. I'll set it up on your sheet. Let
Because
me go to like
shouldn't it be
this.
d20 plus?
Okay. I'm on your sheet now. Don't do anything currently. It's a level 2 spell, right? Alright, everybody give me just a second so I can do this. So damage is 3d6 fire.
So
And it has no saving throw, correct? And then the damage increases by what at higher levels? Using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for every 2 levels above the above second. By 1d6 plus 0.
yeah, you just change the output of the spell to instead of being a spell card to be output as an attack. Well, yeah, that
You don't put anything under the crit
I was
modifier.
gonna say roll.
So now it should just be like this, and it should work. Nope, one second.
It didn't roll for the attack though.
Yeah, one second, I need to change that. Output is attack, spell casting, spell attack, melee. Spellcasting ability for Druid is Wisdom. There we go. Now it's working.
That is correct.
No problem. Okay, now back to what Cornelius was doing. A 23 does hit, yes. Yes, your sneak attack does apply. Yes, you would.
The term you're looking for is you have short-term memory loss.
Oh no.
Yes. Yeah. No, you have short-term memory loss because you forgot whether or not you had sneak attack.
My god. Alright, so you run behind the tree that's on fire, and you sort of crouch down, and then you sort of skulk around the tree to a point where you can see the other crag cat, and you fire your shot, and an arrow pierces the crag cat, doing 12 points of piercing damage. It is now bloodied. Alright, this crag cat's turn. It is now focused on you, Ferrando, and it is going to make a bite attack against you. That is a 16 to hit. So it attempts to bite you, but it's not able to get its teeth through the thick armor that you are currently wearing. Alright, Jillian.
I move here to, and then click my flanking bonus and do this.
Yeah, that hits. Damn!
16 necrotic damage.
You place your hand on this cat's shoulder, and you watch as sort of this blue energy comes from your hand and works its way into the veins of the cat. You guys can see the cat begin to glow slightly as it roars out in pain.
It's because it's a melee spell.
This cat is now also bloodied.
Yeah, clerics can do everything. Yeah. It depends on how you build them, but yes.
Alright.
That's all.
It is now Garrett's turn.
What are you drinking?
I actually hate seltzer water so much.
Club soda. Club soda is just like. Polar.
Alright, you guys watch as Garrett takes the scimitar that Finnan gave him, and he wields it with sort of this finesse that you haven't seen in a swordsman before, as he rakes it down the crag cat's chest and then stabs it through the throat, and the body collapses onto the ground. he sort of like eyes, he like gives you a questioning look. Alright, Fendon. Hey, it's working now. Yeah, it hits. Can it light things on fire? One second. Oh, okay. You mean like if you kill it? Got it.
It takes 9 damage.
All right, as you go over to it, this fiery blade that's just sort of appeared in your hand. You bring it down and you watch as it scorches some of the fur away and creates a burn mark across the crag cat's body. It is up still, but it is like breathing harshly. All right. Fendon, the crag cat sort of turns to you at this point. And it sort of like cowers back and it attempts to like back away from you two. You guys can make opportunity attacks if you'd like. That misses. Uh, you can you use your reaction to use a spell
Yes,
attack?
because it's it's still a melee rather like yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, because it's still okay. Yeah,
The
you
sword's
you
still
can do that.
there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the sword remained in his hand or disappeared after he used it, and then he would have to use a bonus action to make it come back. But yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So you do hit it. And as it attempts to like walk away, you sort of penetrate your sword into its body, and its blood sort of begins to boil out of its pores, and it falls to the ground dead. It looks like you guys already have it set up for the most part. I can help you set up some tents, though, if you'd like. I would like to find my companions in the morning. The Before I escaped, I believe there was two of us still alive.
So there's only one person in there.
Well, not including me. There was two. I wouldn't expect us to go now. However, I do want to. I want to get back to them as soon as I can. Alright, so you guys spend the next 15 minutes setting up the tents around, and yeah, you guys now have a campsite set up.
Well, yeah. Well, close would be dry. Yes. Then yeah, as I say, there's the fire. We have tents. And I think tents only give a +2, right? Not +5.
Yes, tents are a +2, a campfire is +2. Well, actually, you guys have insulated tents, so it would be a +5. So +5 from the tents, +2 from the fire, and then +5 from your clothes. So it would be a +12 total.
So if it's a +12 for them, it'd be a +2 for me.
Wait, why would it be 22? It
17.
would be a +17. Cornelius? You get a +12.
+12. 5 for your clothes. Yeah, 5 for your.
Fire, tents, clothes. Alright, so everybody succeeds on their frost check except for Adrian. Adrian, you're getting a point of exhaustion. So you have 2 points of exhaustion now, correct? Were you afflicted by frostbite before? You now also have hypothermia. Okay, so you now have moderate hypothermia and moderate frostbite. Okay. Hypothermia makes it so you can no longer use your reactions, and you have disadvantage on initiative checks. Who knows?
What was it that makes it so you can only take an action or a bonus action, not both? Is that Oh, severe hypothermia. Got it.
Yep.
Now,
Yes. Well, not in the clear, but
your point of exhaustion doesn't go away, but because we're not sleeping in an inn, you just avoided getting another point of exhaustion.
this is a long rest. Also, guys, don't forget that we are using the slow resting rule if you are outside of a town. We are using the slow natural healing rule from the DMG if you are in the wilderness. So if you guys are not in a town, you guys are using the slow healing rule, meaning that you guys have to use hit dice to recover your HP. Not you guys don't automatically regain all your HP on a long rest. You have to use your hit dice to regain them. I don't use a long rest command right now anyway because you have to use your hit dice to recover HP.
It's not working right now though. Just an FYI.
Okay. You guys wouldn't be using it right now anyway though, so.
Yeah, I'm not using it. I'm not using a hit dice for 1 point, so.
Let me restart the API. I don't know why it's not working currently. Let me just restart it really quick. Try it now. No, your frostbite is not gone. I don't think I ever saw the last question because that's when we went into combat. It does have a chance of killing him. There's no way for you to do it without that chance. What was the first thing you asked?
Can you cut off the frostbite? Is that the question? No.
For each day you rest. So as long as you are above 2 points of exhaustion, those conditions will still apply. You still have moderate.
Yeah, but we wake up, and I guess we'll head over there.
And then each night you spend at an inn in the 10 towns reduces your exhaustion by 1. Once you get down to 1 point of exhaustion, you are no longer frostbitten or have hypothermia. You were supposed to have 2 points of exhaustion because you failed your check by more than 5. That's why you gained frostbite.
Did he say there was only one Yeti before, or was there multiple?
He said that the Yetis weren't that large, is how he responded.
Got it. So there's at least two. This will be great. What could go wrong?
so you guys wake up in the morning, and Garrett just says it should be just a bit farther. It should take us no longer than an hour to get to the cave. One of our members did manage to escape the Yetis when we were initially attacked coming up the mountain. I'm not sure where they went. I told them to continue to the peak, but I'm not sure if that's what they did. It's likely that they went to the peak then. Hopefully they had enough supplies to last. It's just a climb that people make. It's adventure. Some people just want to seek a little bit of thrill without the danger of dying. Except, I guess, when you're out here in the Dale, I guess there's always a chance of dying. So you, so you are directly asking Garrett, "Are you stupid?" Okay, so say that next time rather than Cornelius says. Just feel like, Garrett, are you stupid? Is Steven? I never heard it. Okay, that's from a while ago. Actually, that's from 906. Actually, no, that was like just now. Oh, he muted his mic. Is what happened. He muted his mic. I'm not sure what you mean by "am I stupid." And what exactly do you mean by that? No, I understand the risks. But there's much less of a chance of dying by climbing a mountain than there is going out and attacking a group of bandits. Trust me, I won't be doing this again for quite some time. I doubt he'll allow me to. Garrett leads the way along the trail. Sure. Boy is still here. Sorry, I've been like forgetting to like roleplay the interaction. Yeah, I forgot about him too. So with the avalanche, he has enough movement speed that he wouldn't get caught in the avalanche. I know that much, but so yeah, he would have been with Cornelius, but I completely forgot that he exists. If I'm being completely honest.
I can't believe. No.
Yeah, he's with his master now. He's no longer your problem. All right, so you guys have a perilous climb ahead of you. I'm going to need you guys to make 3 group athletics checks. Nope, it has to be athletics. Jillian,
Oh, sorry. What check do I need to make?
you're making a group athletics check.
And +2.
All right, give me 1 second to add up these ones. I need to write all these down.
Everyone has disadvantage except for me and Cornelius, because everyone. I think me and Cornelius are the only ones without. It could, no, I mean, disadvantage just means you roll twice and take the lower number. So when you have disadvantage, see how when there's 2 numbers when you roll for a check, you just take the lower number.
No, it does not.
A nat 20 is still a nat 20. But in order, yeah, I'd say unless you roll 2 nat 20s, you're not going to get a nat 20 when you have disadvantage.
All right, next check.
We have to roll another check.
I would prefer if you. I mean, you can, but like I would prefer if we like stuck with the ones that you rolled. No, it's not. It doesn't really change much. So.
Yeah, it's the only ones that aren't a disadvantage are me and Cornelius, I think.
All right, you guys are gaining a point of exhaustion for the second one.
Like, wait. We're getting a point of exhaustion for what?
For this check.
Wait, but that's a. No, we rolled higher on this one than we did on the last one. No, but it's the average. It's not a group check. Right? Like,
I did specifically
yeah, but
take
you
group
take the
check.
average.
Yes, I did take the average. The average of that group check that you guys just made was 9.
Yeah, I know that.
And that includes
Oh wait, fat roll a 3. That's why. Fuck you, fat.
all right, so everybody gains a point of exhaustion for that one.
Yeah, and then fat roll a 6 on this one, so he's gonna cuck us again.
18 plus 6
No, we're
plus
probably
2
gonna die. It's fine.
plus
I'm okay with
19
starting over.
plus 3 plus.
No, I'm okay with starting over because I can then make another class from Tasha's and have more fun.
um.
Not what? I do like my character, but I accept the fact that when we roll shit, you die, and we're rolling like shit, so we die. Like that's how it is.
All right.
That
Alright, you guys are gaining another point of exhaustion. So what's everybody's exhaustion points at now?
2. There was 3 checks. We succeeded on one of them and failed on 2. So everyone. So if you
Yeah,
had 0, so let it take your whatever exhaustion level you had and plus it by 2.
correct.
Like, so me and you should be at 2. Everyone who had 1 at the start of the day should be at 3, and then Denny should be at 4.
I don't think we should either. I think we should rest, and then I'll come back later with a different search party. Not right now. Not with the way that we are. As much as I love them, I'll have to come back with somebody else from. I'll have to form a party from Kirkonig. Unless, of course, you're all willing to come back after we visit Kirkonig.
With all due respect, we're taking you back to Target.
With all due respect, I'm not going back to Targos until my party has been retrieved.
They're the ones that.
You can inform. I will inform my husband from Kirkonig that you have succeeded in your task, and then whatever reward you may want to reap, you can reap it after I retrieve my party. Oh, you're drawing a card from the deck?
Why are you trying to card Denny?
Alright, let me pull up the deck.
Do I have a backup character ready to go? I have one created, Jillian, too. I haven't.
Aw, man. No, I was going to ask him to come over to the one-shot wonders, because I'm not able to export card decks, and I set it up on that, and I forgot to set it up on this campaign, because it doesn't let me export it as a handout. So can you open one-shot wonders in a separate
you're
tab?
drawing a card from that deck. No, I thought you were drawing a card from the deck of secrets.
Is there a way for me to just copy all this? I really wish there was. Nope, there's not. Okay, so yeah, you need to come here. Right. Drag those cards onto the thing so I can see what they are. Alrighty. Now let me pull up the actual table. There were 37, I believe, left. 34. Draw card meanings.
the Monster Hunter movie, like, what is that based on? The game?
Alright, so as you pull out your first card, the Two of Coins, you see an image of yourself appear in front of you. It's just standing there. It seems to be a perfect replica of you, and it's just standing there. As you touch it, your hand goes through it. It appears to be an illusion. And yeah, it's just standing there. As you pull out the next card, the Seven of Swords, you see an image of a giant frost giant appear in front of you, standing next to the body of you.
Do we see these illusions?
Yes, you guys see them as well.
Oh.
Everybody sees these. Yeah, go ahead. Make a wisdom save. Wisdom. Yeah, you're fucking shocked by this thing. Like, a fucking giant appears, and it scares the shit out of you. As much as I appreciate you wanting to protect my friends, it's not safe right now. I'm not even sure that we'd be able to make it to the peak before freezing to our bones. As a guide, I am giving you advice as somebody who has scaled this mountain countless times. I don't believe we can finish the climb in our current states.
I agree with the statement.
6. What is everybody's current level of exhaustion? Is anybody at 4?
Denny's at 4.
Each rain is at 4. That means that your hit point maximum is halved and your speed is halved. Okay, but your speed does not drop to 0 until 5. Got it.
Yeah, and then
Wait, you guys are all at 4?
wait,
Okay. Yep, okay.
wasn't there someone who only had 1 point?
So yeah, your speed is currently halved, your hit point maximum is halved, everything is halved, essentially, currently.
So the only people who are in even
Who are in, like, some form of...
fighting condition is me and Cornelius.
Correct.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you're not small. You're a fucking elf. I'm small. That's high elf to you because I'm fucking like 3 foot tall.
Alright, so you guys are traveling back to, the Dwarven Valley, correct?
That's the closest place, so yes.
Okay, yeah, there's no random encounters. So yeah, you guys are able to get back to the Dwarven Valley. However, halfway down the mountain, I need you guys to make another frost check. Yep. All right, Cornelius. You are gaining 2 points of exhaustion. Fendon, you're gaining a point of exhaustion and severe hypothermia. Actually, no. It's 2 points of exhaustion.
So, Fenton's dead! Instant death. Okay, that's one character down. Who's next? It's okay. Fenton likely would have died eventually anyway, because I doubt we could have found someone with 6th level healing magic to get rid of the thing in your stomach.
So essentially, as he attempts to, as you guys are climbing down the mountain, he slows down more and more, and he collapses in a series of seizures on the ground.
Yeah, I would also medicine check. It would be a 10. Mine would be a 12. Because, yeah.
So Fendon collapses on the ground in the series of seizures. You guys are trying to figure out what's going on. And as you're trying to figure this out, the body goes still and he stops breathing. It filling him and trying to check his pulse and the different things that you do. It just shows that the frostbite and hypothermia had made it too far. His body temperature had dropped too low to be able to support the circulation of blood in his body.
So, this is just out of character. I'm not upset, but how in the hell did this guy survive like half a 10 day being frozen in the same spot, and then didn't even survive a walk down the mountain? What? Like, I'm not angry, but I'm confused as to how that works. If Fenton's dead, he should be long dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he wasn't loaded, so he wasn't taking damage. Oh god. But that's just like, doesn't that sound so wacky to you, babe? Like, what?
No, it does. Yeah, it does. I'm
Why
aware.
wasn't he dead when we got here? Just because the book said so? How long would we have had to not come to get this guy for him to actually be dead when we arrived? That is my question.
So, I made up a ruling on it. Um, so after the attack with the Yeti, he had 10 HP left. And for every day that he wasn't rescued, he lost an HP. He was at 1 HP when you guys got to the mountain. And then you healed him for 15 and put him back to 16 with his max HP. That is what I did. So had you guys decided to do the iron instead, he would have been dead before you got to him. And as far as the dwarves were concerned, he was dead because it was just a body laying still in the snow. But yeah, Fendon's just dead because NPCs don't make frost checks. You mean like how unfazed I am by the death of the character, or?
But yeah, like I have a strong feeling that if Fenton didn't die now, I don't think we would have been able to find someone that was capable of healing him, and then the slad would have rushed
Oh
us.
no, there was. I put the ability to like get rid of the slot in like 5 or 6 different locations. So you guys may or may not come across those locations later. So Fendon collapses in this series of seizures. Are you guys leaving the body or taking it with you?
Yeah, I mean I'll just take his gold off of him and anything valuable that he had. Hey, we can.
Yo, this is a party member that you guys have been traveling for over a month, by the way. Well, almost a
Okay,
month.
who's that? I'm 3'2". I can't fucking carry him. He's like 3 times my size.
Oh, by the
Don't think I'll even say anything.
hmm?
I said I don't think I'll even say anything. Well, who's tracking him? Because I can't. And I'm sorry for not doing Jillian's voice. I just don't feel in the mood.
I can carry him. You all came for me. The least that I can do is carry your friend down. I can't promise that I can carry all of his gear, but I can, and his equipment, but I can at least carry the body.
What? No. I would have split it, but I was just gonna grab the gold and then split it when we got back to town. So wait, so
How much does Fendon himself weigh? Okay, yeah, he can carry that.
9 gold. Okay.
Do you have a backup character, Drunk?
It's okay.
Okay,
We'll be
put him
including
to
him in the session.
level 3. We'll be. We can end the session once you guys get to Kaer Koenig. That's when we'll end the session.
Oh, we're going to Kaer Koenig, not the Dwarven Valley.
Well, you guys are going to the Dwarven Valley, I thought, and then I thought you were going to go to Kaer Koenig to recover and then go back up the mountain.
We can't recover for 2 days at the Dwarven Valley.
Got it. Okay. So either way, you guys are just resting for those 2 days in the Dwarven Valley, correct? Like you guys aren't doing anything but resting.
Yeah. Sorry, you said 9 gold, right? And then what magic items did Fendon have? Okay. I would have just grabbed those because I knew that they were magical. But I would have left everything else that we can come back for it later. So it was Tome of Horrors? Oh, Tome of Dreams.
Tome of Dreams.
And then what was the other one? Ah, that's where I got the horrors. Oh, did you keep that from the ghost? Oh.
But that is the explanation. That is the canon explanation, but not the meta explanation.
I was asking out of character, not in character.
All right, so um, he bears the weight of Fenden's body, and you guys make your way down the mountain. As you guys enter the Dwarven Valley, all the excrement was released from Fenden's bowels as well as from his bladder.
As we went.
As you guys are entering the Dwarven Valley, it would be much better to keep his body outside, yes. Right, and he sets him down in the snow outside where you guys are staying. Well, it is definitely more of an obstacle.
Weather can kill you. And if you stay out in it long enough, sure. Sleep past my birthday and move on.
Yeah, because Jay was the only one that knew his birthday.
I wouldn't tell the party. Out of character, they can know that tomorrow's my birthday, but in character, nobody knows. So let me change the age on my character sheet actually now that I'm turning. I just turned 30. How about that? not for a gnome. Gnomes live for like 500 years. Or not for gnomes. I'm a halfling. How old do halflings live? I don't even know. Do halflings live like as long as humans? Like 80, 90?
A bit longer.
Probably like 100, like early hundreds, whatever, like 120 something.
170th birthday.
That's for a hobbit, not a halfling. They're different.
Yeah, what do you think halflings are, Steven? Halflings are hobbits.
No, they're
They are. No, most hobbits have that,
no.
wasn't it?
The ring did extend his life to way beyond what it should have been.
Oh, okay.
Halflings should die at like maximum 150, but because of the ring,
111th birthday.
let's see, halflings live to be about where's that age? Middle of his or her second century. So yeah, so they usually live to about 150.
Yeah. Well, he was only 111 in the first book, right? Because it was his 111th birthday, if I remember correctly. Yes. Um, we will end the session at Kirkonig, though, because I'm going to talk to Fendon and see if he can have his character there. That way it's easy to introduce. So, um, you guys are able to rest in the Dwarven Valley for the 2 days that you had planned. And then you guys wanted to make your way to Kirkonig, correct? Let's roll for random encounters.
Bilbo Baggins dies at 131.
Four. Okay. So as you guys get closer to Karakonig, you guys get to about here, and then there is a random encounter. Yes, Garrett is with you.
It just means that all that means is that the NPC is going to die with us, so we're not going to die alone. being realistic here. We have two characters at 4 points of exhaustion, and the other two are at 2 points. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that. So I have no points of exhaustion. Never mind, we're good. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I forgot about that. we're legitimately fine. I forgot that we slept for 2 days. Yes. Yeah. Because you only have half your maximum HP while you have 4 points of exhaustion. Yes. After you slept for the 1 day, your maximum HP went back to normal, and you regained those hits.
This is actually the first time I've ever seen a character die from exhaustion, by the way. I've never seen a character die from exhaustion before. Yep, oh, I am. I asked you guys if you guys wanted the weather to be more serious, and you guys said yes, so I made it more serious.
I want there to be a lot of character deaths in this campaign. I want this to be as deadly as Curse of Strahd.
uh, you definitely don't want this to be as deadly as Curse of Strahd. I can tell you that
I've already
much.
had 2 characters die in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, but you do not want this one to be as difficult as Curse of Strahd.
There, yeah, there. True. Every, if you and it's like it's same thing in like Curse of Strahd. If you don't die, like if you don't die at least like 2, maybe even 3 times in Curse of Strahd, you're fucking dealing, paying the DM under the desk. So.
Also, if you're wondering why I don't feel bad about killing characters fat, it's because it's part of the game, so. I felt bad about killing Jill, though, because that was session 1. But if it's past session 1, it's free game.
Yeah, a session dying. That's true though. Like a character dying on session 1 does feel real bad. Only getting to play a character for 1 session or even half a session just sucks.
Like, I view it the same way I feel death, like, IRL. The way that I view death IRL is that it's something that happens. Like, I don't typically mourn when somebody or something that I love dies, because it's just something that I know is bound to happen. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like you can miss the person, but I don't believe in terms of fictional characters, yeah, you can be sad when they die, but as a DM, I can't become like
I haven't even made my backup character yet. Actually, that should be my backup character. I should make a wizard that wants to be rich. That'd be hella fun. You're playing a goblin bard as a backup character. Oh my god. How, wait, you're allowing a goblin
One second. I'm like getting an audio clip for how this sounds.
You have to have a token selected for expression. Oh no, you don't. Never mind, I lied. You just have to have at least one character sheet. Yeah, I need to make my backup character, which I have no idea what to do yet.
Not yet. I'm still waiting for it to continue. I'm waiting for it to finish
I'm
uploading.
happy that they added it finally, so I don't have to do it manually. Guys, they added the customize your origin thing.
All right, now we can go.
What do you mean? It's from Tasha's.
Wait, what are you making?
Nothing. I'm just glad that they added this, so I don't have to change shit manually.
You mean for the race stuff?
Yeah, for changing what your bonus attributes are for the race.
I did say that I wasn't allowing that. I
I
did
know
state
that,
that.
but I'm saying that they added it. Like when I did
Okay.
backup characters in Anthony's campaign, they hadn't added this yet.
Yeah, I know. They're slowly fixing Tasha's over the next few weeks. That's why they like changed the entire character sheet was because they had to for Tasha's. That's why the character sheet looks differently.
But that's all I was pointing out, babe. I wasn't pointing out that that's what I was doing. I was pointing out that it was there.
Anyways, as you guys are continuing on your path, to Kaer Koenig, you guys hear the laughing of Knowles. One second, for some reason, the audio clip is not playing.
I'm hearing it.
Wait, you are? Why is it not? Why am I not hearing it? What the fuck?
It's quiet, but it's there.
1 second.
Winterwoods is not playing though.
Man, I love Roll20's audio. Oh wait, did you close? Okay, close out of the Measles Magic Mansion campaign, Denny, and then refresh the Icewind Dale campaign. Like, leave and rejoin the Icewind Dale campaign. That's what it is, because that's what broke it for me. As you guys hear humans also talking in the background, but unfortunately, this is the only clip of a hyena I could find on YouTube.
You did put it on loop. I'm not hearing shit now. Or was that the only thing?
Oh no, I can't control the audio at all. Okay, now can you hear it? A loot? From like the Winter Woods thing? Hmm. So after refreshing, you hear
I don't
both?
hear the Winterwoods. I only hear the hyena.
Man, Roll20's audio is scuffed. Anyway, three gnolls are approaching you from behind, not bothering to hide their laughter and excitement as they approach you. Alright, initiative time.
Where do I see them? Where are they?
You guys don't see them, you just hear their
I
laughing.
hear them. Okay. Good to know.
What? Oh my god, no, it's not the fact that I didn't link his token, it's the fact that these pages were set up before his character sheet got fucked. So it unlinked his token because his character sheet got fucked. I'll fix it. There.
I have rolled low on initiative. Yay!
I'm showing you what they look like. Yeah, you guys hear that.
Yeah. Wait, she's just showing us what the token looks like. True. From what direction, babe?
You guys are hearing it from this direction. I turned it off, you're good. If it was like broken, it wouldn't let me do anything, so.
No, I just hear crickets. That's not the winter woods.
Birds. There shouldn't be any birds. Should be piano.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, so you hear the violin and piano. Alright, rolling for them. This is not a surprise round, by the way, because you guys can audibly hear them.
Oh, hey.
No, they know you're there. That's why they're laughing.
Then they won't know you're
You,
there. But it still won't be. But it still won't be a surprise attack, because they're hunting us, so they're expecting to be retaliated against. A surprise. A surprise attack only happens.
Assassinate only happens if you get the jump on the thing, so it doesn't apply for random encounters. Unless it's a random encounter where you guys come upon the creatures, not the creatures coming upon you. Which does happen.
Garrett is the biz boy.
Cornelius, you are first in turn order.
I have light on me.
What?
I have light.
It should be. That's why it's censored on you.
Well, there's two light sources.
Wait, is there two? There shouldn't be. Turbo attack on which one? Okay.
As you should. Because Svendon is dead. Here, I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen so you can see what's going on.
Nice. And you did ping the top one, correct? So you draw your short bow, you pull it back, and you release your arrow, and you hear the laughing abruptly stop. And it's replaced instead by like a howl of pain. This thing's almost dead. Got it. All right, Adrian's turn. Okay, okay. Using the rest of your movement, now it's Adrian's turn. Okay. What are these things? Okay, yeah, their intelligence is fucking shit. Got it. Okay.
Because they're gnolls.
Ah.
No, your 2 points of exhaustion are gone because we slept for 2 days. You had four? What? How? Oh, yeah, the check. Okay, I forgot the check that we were the last check of walking down the mountain. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just fix it. Like now that you know that, you can remember it in the future. So you're all good. All right, so this one moves up to here, and this is the one that's almost dead. It's like fucking angry right now. Its intelligence is really bad. So Ferrando. Ian, you there? Your mic might be muted. It's half cover.
Oh,
It's half cover because that's Adrian. No, half cover is +2 to their AC. And if the attack would have hit them, had it not been for the cover, then the attack instead hits the cover.
why do you always do the attack from Cornelius, by the way, not yourself?
Because he has Commander Strike.
Oh, you have that. I forgot. She took the dodge action though.
All gnolls are already currently in range of Adrian. Or do you mean like within melee range? I mean within melee range.
But can you?
Technically, there are some already, but he can't see them. So do you mean like when he can see them? No, he needs to see them. Which is why I'm asking, do you mean when he gains vision of them? You can only you can specify like it's one trigger. It's just going to be like both of those conditions have to be met, not just one of them.
Yeah, clear shot. Yeah, your held action be the commander strike.
Okay. All right, Jill. Actually, one second. Let me look at Commander Strike. Can Commander Strike be a held action? It can, right? Can Commander Strike be a held action? Yes, the Battlemaster can use a Commander Strike even with only one attack as part of their attack action. Wait, no, that's not part of. It would have to be on your turn. So because it specifically states when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. So it has to happen on your turn. It cannot be as a reaction. You can order him to make the attack anyway, or you could like try to move towards them. Whatever you want to do. Yes,
So if your attack hits, you got a
to
D8 damage.
damage. It does not hit Adrian. That hits the null.
Nice.
So, Adrian, you see, it was meant to be that way. Adrian, you hear this arrow fly right past your ear, like it almost hits you, and then it flies past you and hits the null in the chest. You don't even have to roll damage. I have 1 HP, so it's dead. What'd you say, Denny?
Alright, my turn.
Yes, Joe, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move to there. And there we go, I can see them. Aha! And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Shatter on this point.
Shatter on which point?
Right here.
Can you actually see anything?
Yeah, I can see the edge of their tokens, so I know
Okay,
they're
cool.
there. I can see them, they're in dim light.
So, con saving throws.
And then I'm also dumping my channel divinity into that.
Is it no damage on a save?
Well, it's half damage on a save,
Half damage, okay.
but I'm dumping my channel divinity into that, making I roll maximum on all the die. So what's 3 times 8? 24. So if they fail their save, they take 24. If they succeed on the save, they take 12.
Okay. You cast a spell and you hear one of the laughing abruptly stop, and the other one turn into a howl of pain. And you do see that the other gnoll, the one that laughed, is bloodied. Right, it is this gnoll's turn. It is going to run there. And then it is going to dash to get to here. And then that makes it Cornelius' turn. Yeah,
That's your movement speed.
because if your movement speed 40 halved to 20. Okay, you just moved 30, so okay. That path. What was your pathing? Yeah, that's fine. It's just if there was a creature, another creature that was here, you wouldn't be able to. So if there was a creature here, any creature here, you wouldn't be able to. But if there's only a creature here or a creature here, you can. Correct. Two creatures creates a wall in terms of diagonals.
But what if Adrian was an enemy creature? Like, can I move here?
Yes.
Okay. Because I thought it was stated before that you couldn't do that.
No, you just cannot move between two creatures.
But I'm a halfling, so I can.
Yes, because you are a halfling.
It's this.
And these are medium creatures.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure what I can and can't do.
Alright, so Cornelius, what were you doing from there?
It's okay.
Alright, so you are dropping your bow, taking out your rapier, and making an attack. That's... Do you have disadvantage on attack rolls?
No.
Okay, then that hits. You take out your rapier and you pierce this knoll, and you sort of like drive it straight up into his heart, and he dies.
And now I get to come back over here and deploy and head back to town.
Yep, and you guys arrive in Karakonik, and we will get into the description of that town once we start next week's session.